going on, everybody? It is your boy Trey Sense, and we got a little bit of a review, a little bit of a discussion. You know how we do it here on the channel. But before we get into all of that, I need something from you. Like, share, and sub. I guarantee you it won't cost you a dime. It's free. You're not gonna get any advertisements or anything coming to your emails or your phone. Nothing strange, nothing crazy. It is absolutely free. What we're going to talk about it's important to like. Try to get every video that I put out to at least 50 to 75 likes. That's not asking too much. Your video may be the one that pushes it over the top. All right. So, what we're going to talk about today, you can tell by the intro, another fragrance haul. Keep finding good deals. I'm about at the point though where I'm okay. I don't need anything else. So unless I just see something at a really, really good price, then it's probably going to be it for quite a while. But I did run up on another really good deal that was too good to pass up, and I picked it up. So 4 new fragrances, 3 from the same house and 1 from a house that I absolutely love and adore. Now, so let's get into it. The first one is from the house of John Varvatos. And let me grab this box real quick so I don't mispronounce something and have y'all experts out there in the comment section going crazy. From the house of John Varvatos. This is John Varvatos XX Indigo, and it is a toilette concentration, and this is a 4.2 ounce 125 ml. Here's the box and here is the bottle. Typical John Varvatos bottle, and I got this for a really good deal. I got this for around $22, and I purchased it off of Macari, and I am satisfied. It is my scent of the day, and when I sprayed it, I knew instantly that this was going to be a compliment magnet, and it did not disappoint, and it did not let me down. When I first smelled it, the first thing I thought was, that is basic. That is a very simple and easy fragrance to wear. I wore this to work tonight, and so you'll see it again in another video. It's fresh, it's a little bit woody, comes across as a little bit masculine. To me, it is your basic cologne type of scent. A little clean, a little bit of woods, a little bit of leather. Nothing fantastic in the DNA or in the breakdown here. But let me tell you, got to work at 6 o'clock. Within 15 minutes, I had 3 to 4 different women walk by and talk about how good someone was smelling. I even turned to another customer and jokingly said, man, I can't wear that to work no more. And she and I laughed, and I said it in a group of people, but she and I were the only 2 that understood what I was saying. I guess she smelled it as well. And then one of my coworkers talked about how good the fragrance smells. It puts me a little bit in the mind of Ralph Club, the Parfum, no, the EDP, not the Parfum, the EDP. A little bit in that same vein, in that same wheelhouse. But it's just one of those fragrances. It's just really basic. It's a basic cologne type of scent. It is nothing extraordinary, nothing that's gonna make you just go wow. But I'm telling you, these are the type of fragrances that people, for whatever reason, in my area, off of my skin, that they just seem to love. So from the house of John Varvatos, it is John Varvatos XX Indigo. And this is a little bit, it is what it is. I wish this came off. I mean, it's an interesting looking piece, but I'm thinking about the John Varvatos Nick Jonas line and which one of these it most reminds me of. Maybe the blue. Similar, but not the same. The opening is way different from any of those, but the dry down, it gives you the same type of vibe, maybe. A little different, but not, is it worth picking up? Bottom line is, if you pick this up at a good price, like I did, for $22 for 125 mils of any designer fragrance, it's pretty much a good deal. Yeah. Would I pay $40 for it? No. Am I cool with it at $25? Yeah. I think it's a good scent for that price. So, John Varvatos XX Indigo. Now, these three are all from the same house, and I picked these up from the same wonderful Bama brother of mine, Mr. Cheapo Depot. Oh, award winners from the last. Y'all get at me, man. I know I got an email from one of them. I'll have to reach out so we can clarify some things, but it is what it is. We're not going to do any guessing or anything on these right here. But they will be available if you would like to purchase a 5 ml decan of them. So let's go. Okay, from the house. Oh, I got these from Mr. Cheap Sense, my boy Keith, aka Cheapo Depot, and they're all three from the house of Mancera. And I got a really good deal. I am not going to tell you what I paid for them, but I got a really good deal. Really good deal from the house of Mancera, and this is Gold Incense. And as you see, the bottle is, it don't get much fuller than that. I didn't get box and presentation and all that, and that's fine. Now, when I first sprayed this one and smelled this one, I was like, that's nice. And it was at this moment I realized that I had messed up. Good smelling fragrance. Well-made fragrance from the house of Mancera. So it does everything that you expect a Mancera fragrance to do. It smells decent. It smells good. It smells good. It smells decent. Performs good. Performs decent. It just, on my skin, it went from, okay, that's a nice rose scent, to it just kept going and going and going, and it's clearly a unisex fragrance, but it went from being unisex to leaning way more femme. And if you can pull it off, great. If you can pull it off, then it's a beautiful fragrance. It smells good. It's just not quite in my wheelhouse. I'm gonna give myself another little spray here if I can find a clean spot. I just got off work, so. It's a pretty, see, just right. You don't even have to put your nose to it. Mancera makes really good fragrances, and it is a great place to enter into the world of, dare I say, niche. Now, this is low-end niche. This is not, all of it is pretty much low-end niche now, because even the fragrances that were niche have dumbed down their fragrances so much that it's all, buy what you want. But it's just feminine. There's no other word for it. When you first spray it, you think, okay. But then the more it stays on my skin, the more it just goes the other way. It's just not, no other way to say that it's just not for me. Now, the price that I got for it is fine. I can't lose. I'll do one or two things. I'll either keep it in my collection or I'll gift it. Valentine's Day is coming up, so. I don't see a younger person liking this fragrance. I don't see a younger person wanting this fragrance. Maybe an older lady, no pun intended, not the old church lady with the hat, but it's a rose fragrance, and the rose comes through, and that's what you get. Yep, that's what you get. But nonetheless, that first whiff is very strong, and you like it, but the more it stays on, for me, the more the florals in it just, florals are tricky on my skin. They are. I'll be the first person to tell you. Basic fragrances, florals. Nonetheless, still a good purchase, and I'm still grateful. Next, again from the house of Mancera. And this looks just like my lemon line bottle, but this one is black line. I gotta find another clean piece of skin here. Let me find it. Just a tap. Just a tap. This one is more my speed because I love oud. I do. I love oud fragrances. One, because not everybody wears them, and two, if you get oud from a good house like Mancera, from a good house like Mancera, I think they do oud really, really good, really, really well. And that's what you get from this one, is a soapy, to my nose. Now, everybody picks up on something different, guys. That's where we have to be open-minded when we're smelling these fragrances. You have to understand that what I pick up on and what comes off of my skin and comes off of your skin is not the same. That's why you have to use us reviewers. It's sort of like a base point. You know what I'm saying? It's like a recipe. It's like a recipe. No two people are going to make cornbread the same, but no two people like their cornbread the same way. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. So use us like a base point or a reference point. Now, this one is a very clean oud, soapy clean oud. It's not animalic or sweet or anything like that. This is a very elegant fragrance, and I meant to say that about Oud Incense as well. I'm sorry, gold incense. I had oud on my mind. I knew I'd messed up as soon as I said it. It's a very elegant fragrance. No disrespect to it, no knocking it, no dissing it. It's just not for me, but it's a very elegant fragrance, and so is Black Line. It's the best way to explain it. If you've ever smelled lemon wine, it's that fragrance without the lemon. It's the best way to put it. It's that fragrance with more oud, less lemon, but I like it. I think it's a classy fragrance. I'm glad to have this one in my collection. This is one I would wear to a wedding or something like that. I think just a few sprays of this, 2, maybe 3 sprays, and you're gonna come across this gentlemanly, elegant, clean. Not everybody will appreciate the note of oud, even though when I wear oud, I do get lots of compliments, but not everybody will appreciate the note of oud, smelling it like that. It's one that in the air and as you go by. Speaking of in the air, a friend of mine, you heard me talk about friend of the channel's Mr. Lester Eccles, stopped by the store today, and he was wearing Paco Rabanne's 1 Million Royal. He turned that corner to come down my aisle to check out. Man, that stuff hit me. It smelled amazing. It smelled really, really, really good. I enjoy smelling fragrances on other people because I can get more of a feel. That is a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. 1 Million Royal is up right here, up in there somewhere. That's a good one. That's a really good one. Last but not least, what did I just get a whiff of? That, yeah, see, I don't, I mean, I think that would be nice on a woman that was dressed maybe to work at a bank, or a nice business lady or something like that. I think that would be beautiful. But for a man, okay, moving on. The last one, but certainly not least, and I think this is the prettiest bottle out of it too, from the house of Mancera. It is Oud Cafe, and I don't know where I'm gonna spray this joker. Oh yeah. All right, let me roll up my sleeves here and do work. Give myself just a pop. I love the color of this bottle too, man. That brown and that gradient right there, man. It reminds me of I'm telling you, reminds me of them old box Chevys. Okay. This smells like oud and coffee. And I like it. I do. I like it. I like it, I like it, I like it. But here's the thing, it smells like a burnt coffee, so to speak, but in a good way. It's just resinous. You know what I'm saying? It's just a little bit gritty. It just smells like oud and coffee that's been on all day long. Maybe it hasn't burnt yet. As I know, all of us is scorched the pot. I grew up working in retail and working in convenience stores, and one of the worst smells ever is when you burn a pot of coffee. Somebody puts that much coffee, put the pot back down with that much coffee in there, you don't pay attention. 3 hours later, you got a stinky, burny. This almost like it goes in that direction, but it comes back before it starts to smell bad. So what you have is an oudy, really dark coffee. And I like that. I like that a lot. The black line, again, it's a very classy, elegant scent too. I think this could also be worn by a young lady. I do think this. It's not as unisex. Every time I move that Oud Incense, I'm gonna end up washing that off, and that just doesn't. It doesn't work for you, boy. It just doesn't work. Now this one and that John Varvatos is kicking too. Overall, I'm happy with everything that I picked up. Yeah, I really like this one. It's just different. I don't have anything in my collection that smells anything close to this. I've got coffee-based fragrances. I've got, one from Sensual Obsessions that has a coffee note. I have one from the late great E.J. Wells and Happy Land that's Oud Cafe. That is a monster coffee fragrance. This one is very subtle, very easy, very sexy. I could definitely see this being worn, with a nice sweater and a nice pair of jeans and maybe some Chelsea boots and, just 3 or 4 sprays of this. And it's I like it. From the house of Mancera, it is Oud Cafe. And again, you can get yourself a 5 ml decant of any of this. Really good prices. My prices are always, I think, fair. And most of the time, prices include shipping, so not bad. Not bad at all, I don't think. So I'll leave my email in the description below, but this may be the last haul video for a while. So I'll say that and then watch me come back with 75 fragrances. But anyway, with that being said, guys, I'm gonna get off of here because the boy just got off work. My back is so tight when I get off work. But anyway, thank you all for participating and just being a part of my channel, guys. It means a lot. It really does. Keep the subs coming in and keep sharing the video. We're on our way to 3,600 subs, and then we can start talking about 4,000, which would be a huge milestone for you, boy. So that being said, I'm going to get off of here and edit it, thumbnail it, and get it up and get comfortable and all of that stuff. So have yourselves a beautiful night and a happy hump day and all of that, man. And yeah, I'm excited about them 49ers getting ready to beat up on those Chiefs. So anyway, I love you all and may God bless you all. Till next time, guys. Deuces.